Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where last episode, this guy inherited. And that's okay. Now, he currently has an heir, and we need to deal with this, absolutely. Let's go ahead and I actually want to check in on this guy. He's an indulgent wastrel. He is quick. We may want to have someone else actually inherit this. This guy's also quick. Both of these are intelligent, though. Wait, no, this one... What is happening here? I'm confused. Oh, I know what's happening. Yeah, it's because it's the siblings of this person, and they're just switching back and forth. Yeah, I'm a moron, but that's not new. So both of these are intelligent. And I kind of want to make one of them be our heir. So we would want to educate this child. And we would want it to be, say, Midas touched. Sure. We'll do that. And we are then going to have Ajdir. Ajdir? We're going to go with Ajdir. We're going to have Ajdir be our horribly mispronounced heir. Which, of course, means that we need to go through and we need to disinherit at this point. A whole bunch of these. Ooh, we're forgiving. Oh, this is going to hurt. Okay. Let's just get it over with. Oof. Oof. Okay, this is Ajdir. And then we need to disinherit this guy. Okay. Our stress is actually better than I thought it would be, in all honesty. Okay, so there's that dealt with. We've got our succession relatively safe. We may well have additional issues, especially since we have too few spouses right now. I would kind of like to go for somebody with, like, maybe really, really good martial skill. Sure. Chance of children, low. That sounds perfect. Wonderful. We can ransom some prisoners, and that's something that we should probably do. Can lawfully imprison this guy. I'm actually not going to because of the stress levels that would cause. Excellent. We could send children to a university. I've never really found much point in doing that, in all honesty. As beneficial as it will improve their education. However, you may have a specific guardian in mind already. Yeah, I do. And so I don't think that's worthwhile right now. Okay, so we do have a dangerous faction, and this is not tremendously shocking. It's a Liberty faction. Okay. It's mostly this guy. He's on the council, and he's relatively amenable to us, actually. Problem solved. Okay. Sounds good to me. Excellent. Okay, so there's that faction taken care of. Now the question is, who do we go to war with? I wouldn't necessarily mind fighting Jerusalem over here. They're currently fighting right now. We have not done a kingdom invasion yet. Right. We do need to work up our prestige, which means that we should create titles. The Duchy of Axum. That is something that we can definitely create. Wonderful, and we will grant that over to this guy. Fantastic. And that means we need a new marshal. Sure, I'll put this guy in, but I'm not happy about it. We will need to create this duchy next. Fantastic. And we will go ahead and grant that to this guy. Sure. Okay, there's a dangerous faction again. We'll deal with that in a bit. Actually, we'll go ahead and do that. Duchy of West Franconia. We'll create that. And we will grant that off to this guy. We just got Matriculations, which is a big, big deal. Okay. Hand that off. Ransom, I accept. Okay, so we're going to keep the game paused for a moment here. The Duchy of Ostfalen here, we will go ahead and create. And that belongs to this guy. He is a Prince Bishop with a 60% chance of conversion. We'll give it a go. Let's see what he thinks. Hey, he converted! That is quite the nose guard on that helmet, sir. It's very impressive. And just for that nose guard, congratulations! You get a duchy. Oh, he got rid of his helmet. What a jerk. Okay, so the Duchy of Got over here, we need to go ahead and create as well for the sweet, sweet prestige. And we are, of course, going to grant that over to this guy. And that is this one. Fantastic. And now the Duchy of Cornwall. We'll create that one, and we will go ahead and grant titles. Actually, might accept. Okay, we're going to grant the title first. And we'll see if the increased opinion changes his mind on that. So we'll grant him the Emirate of Cornwall, and then we'll talk to him and be like, do you want to convert? 64% chance now. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so Machicolations have finished up. That, of course, means that we need to start working on upgrading our castles. That's going to be 800 gold each. And it's going to take 5 years. Okay, and he did indeed convert. Fantastic. So I think at this point, we're mostly just waiting for our prestige to come up a bit to declare a kingdom war. Oh, right. Royal Armory innovation. Do we actually want Royal Armory? I kind of want cranes, I think. We'll go for cranes. Fantastic. There we go. And we are, of course, going to continue working on upgrading all of these castles. And the reason why I'm not too keen on going to war is because I want to spend this cash on these upgrades. I really, really want to do that. And then we can really hammer out the wars. So I think we're just going to chill until we're exalted among men. Maybe we'll do some other wars for prestige farm. Maybe. But wars are expensive. And I think... yeah, we need to deal with that. Sequestration, huh? Okay, we'll allow it. There are worse ways to lose stress, in all honesty. Okay. Fantastic. Our stress is much, much lower. So, I mean, in terms of going to war, yeah, we would be able to farm up the prestige faster for Exalted Among Men. But at the same time, it would cost us a lot of money. For sure. I mean, we can think about what we want to attack next. Alba's a kingdom tier realm. We don't technically have borders with them. And I think ultimately Wales is probably what we want to attack. Just to get us borders with Alba, right? Like how there's this tiny little Ireland. Sure. Sure. Yeah, I think we're probably going to do a kingdom conquest of Wales. So that we can attack Alba. And we'll be able to attack Ireland and take these little bits of Francia away from them. In fact, I would definitely like... I would absolutely love to take his Empire level title away from him. Unfortunately, we can't do that. I really wish that we could do that. Also, I'm not sure what was causing the somber music. I clicked right through it. We just had a daughter. That's okay. And we definitely want to disinherit this kid. Get out of here. Excellent. Okay, smithies have been constructed. Fantastic. Let's come down here and continue upgrading our castles. There we go. We've got a few more of these to do. And that is absolutely wonderful. Sardinia and Corsica would be another good one to attack. I really wish that we could take the Empire title away from Francia. I really, really do. Unfortunately, he considers our faith to be hostile or worse and controls de jure lands. I mean, if we wanted to declare on him, it would be really awkward to kick him out of France. It's just not an efficient conquest, right? I mean, is there a cooldown on converting faith? Hypothetically. Let's let's say that we wanted to convert to Catholicism, right? I'm actually going to make a save here in case I accidentally do it. I don't necessarily want to convert to Catholicism. So let's take a look here. We don't have the correct amount of faith. Sure. So that would be what it would require. We would need about 10,000 piety to do it. We could potentially pull that off. The real question is there an internal cooldown in it, like once per life or something like that? The idea would be that we convert to Catholicism exclusively to grab the Empire title, and then we convert back afterwards. Or we convert like right before we die, grab it away from them, and then inherit. Or abdicate, if such a thing is possible. I mean, I don't believe abdication is possible in Crusader Kings. It should be, but I don't believe that it is. Okay, we'll lose 24 stress. Fantastic. Okay, and dangerous faction here. Yeah, whatever. Indeed. Okay, so this is populists. I don't think we care too much about populists. Although one thing we could do is we could talk to this guy. In fact, this guy's very powerful. So I think that I do want to just... Oh, we can negotiate an alliance with him. Sure, that's definitely something that we will do. Okay. That should deal with this issue. Fantastic. Okay, let's go ahead and continue upgrading our castles here. There we go. And we'll get another one. Garukime. Yao is still building. That's okay. There's still quite a few over here that didn't get fully maxed out. They'll get there. They will absolutely get there. No real concerns on that front. Now that we've united Africa, though, I mean, what comes next, right? Oh, that's a sun. That is a sun. Let's go ahead and deal with that. There we go. Problem solved. So what comes next is the question. I mean, there are some decisions that we could potentially make over here. What would we have to do to get the Dynasty of Many Crowns? Highest held title is greater or equal to kingdom rank. Oh, at least 10 members of the dynasty have to be an independent ruler. Okay. Yeah, I don't really care about that. I don't care about that in the slightest. What are our councilmen currently doing? Our marshal is actually organizing levies. He's just very bad at it, I guess. Yeah. I think I've decided what I want our duchy building over here to be. And I think... maybe royal armories. Of course, that doesn't reduce army gold maintenance. Siege weapon effectiveness and toughness. That's pretty good too. I don't really have a military duchy building that I build as standard. I mean, there's men-at-arms maintenance reduction. This guy is ambitious. We'll mention his soaring ambition. Okay. Excellent. No, I will decline. Just because we need to. I think I am going to go for the royal armories just to bump up our soldier count to make people less likely to declare on us. We have an available perk here. We could grab Thoughtful. We could gain Befriend or Groomed to Rule, and we're going to go ahead and do that. There we go, and that's going to give our children additional skill points. Fantastic. And then, we're going to hop into our tree here, and we're going to reset this. Yes, that will gain us 225 stress. I'm aware of this. Okay. And now we will just go ahead and re-unlock all of these. Exactly the same as they were before. The reason we're doing this is just to get the 2 rolls on Groomed to Rule. Fantastic. Okay, so our stress is way, way up there. We could buy a new cloak. You know what? That might not be a terrible idea. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, we are above our domain limit right now, and I do want to check on this spouse. Skill 18, and she is managing domain. Okay, that's fine. We should probably not visit the market. I'm going to host a feast here. We're going to lose 42 stress. We'll gain stress during the feast, most likely, because we're reclusive. So it's definitely a little awkward. There's no doubt about that, but we need to work on our stress. But that was more of an investment into our future than anything else. Welcome, friends! We're probably not going to be very happy about our friends being here, but, you know, whatever. And as soon as we get this activity over... 150 prestige? Yes, we will take that. We need to continue working up towards Exalted Among Men, after all. We're working on it. We'll get there soon enough. And I'm going to hand out Garukime here to a low noble, so that we don't have to hand out one of these full titles. Excellent. So far, not so bad at the feast. Okay, not bad at all at the feast. We're going to call the hunt. Fantastic. And now, hopefully, we will get additional stress reduction. Fingers crossed on that one. 57% chance that we slay the beast. We could become a friend of animals. That might not be too bad. Apparently it's available because of our high diplomacy skill. There we go. What was that? Ooh, plus 25% stress loss. I like it. I like it a lot. We can ransom this person, and so we shall. We can transfer this person over, and so we shall. Excellent. Okay, so that's some stress reduction. 300 gold to visit the market. Okay. Not super happy about it. Peasant uprising? I accept, but I don't think you need help. Do you need help? We'll find out. I don't think he does. No, he's fine. He's completely fine. Wonderful. Or wait, is this backwards? No, he's fine. He's completely fine. He is completely and totally fine. Fantastic. There's that war over. Well, that was easy. Okay, so we are, of course, going to continue working on upgrading these locations over here. Yeah, we're already constructing there. We'll upgrade our castle in Garumel next. Wonderful. I suppose we could go on a pilgrimage, but I don't believe that that will reduce our stress at all. I think at this point we just need to chill on the stress. But we should be okay. We're not too bad in terms of stress. Actually, I decline your invitation. Fantastic. Down to 102. That is wonderful. We have a daughter. That's completely okay. We don't mind daughters, it's sons that are a problem. We could bump up to absolute crown authority, and I'm actually leaning towards doing it. We just dropped our stress level. Do it. What could possibly go wrong? Nah, it'll be fine. It will be fine. It just gives us leverage on a Liberty faction, something to throw them if they decide to rise up after this guy dies, which could be, you know, theoretically any time, but more likely it's going to be in a few years. We're getting close on Exalted Among Men, and I do think that we'll attack Wales, but that will almost certainly not happen this episode. We didn't have all that many titles to create, so it's fine. I don't mind doing a little bit of investment over here. We've almost got all these castles leveled up here. We're still, of course, going to need to hit up Yao and our capital castle. That's okay. I would rather not get stressed right now. Thank you very much. And we'll be able to go to max tax offices as well once we get cranes, which is great. We are only about 15 years away from cranes. So I'm very happy about that. And bombards being an innovation is just absolutely perfect. I would love to get standing armies and plate armor. Those would be very, very useful for us. And I think we go for those after we get cranes, and then probably royal armory after that. This stuff down here, I don't care too much about, actually. And this over here, I mean, they'll come in over time. I don't care about them. We'll lose a little bit more stress. Fantastic. These castle upgrades will be done very, very shortly. As in, spending the money, not the actual upgrades themselves. How long on this? This is taking a very long time to build this military granary. I actually can't click on it. Okay. That's exciting. Because the tooltip is blocking it. The tooltip is too tall, and so the tooltip moves. Can't actually click on it and see when it's done, but it might say in this tooltip. Nope, there's no tooltip there. Regardless, it is close to done. And that's okay. 5 months left on our royal armories as well. That is absolutely fantastic. We can ransom this guy, and so we shall. Very good. As far as the Byzantines go, I mean, this would be a terrible kingdom to invade. Italy would also be terrible. Venice would be awful. Sicily wouldn't be terrible. I mean, overall, it's fine. But we'll just continue to slowly expand as we have been. I definitely do think that Wales is the next place that we go for. And then probably Alba, and then Lotharingia. And the question then is, just how many more of these do we have before the end of the game? I mean, the end of the game is in what, like 120 years or so? I think it's 1454 is the end of the game. So, there's that. Our wife has acquired cancer. Okay. That's unfortunate. But I also don't particularly care. Wonderful. So we should be done constructing this in 40 days. Hopefully, yeah, we'll be done at around the same time. We do have the cash to upgrade both of these at this time. And that's mostly what we're waiting on. And we will hit Exalted Among Men very shortly, so we can definitely go back to war in the next episode. That will be absolutely fantastic. Let's go ahead and get this castle upgrading, as well as this one. Wonderful. We had a son. We had a son. Time to deal with him. Get out of here, jerk. Okay, so there's that problem dealt with. Fantastic. I do really, really want cranes to finish up. Bombards are about 8 years away. Bombards will be exceptionally useful to us, to be sure. Oh, wow, look at that cultural map. That is not as spread as I would have hoped, but I'm not shocked up in Europe, right? This is about what I expected. Down here, I would have thought that it would have spread to this area a little further. This has been under our rule for a very long time at this point. But okay, apparently not. So let's go ahead and zoom on in over here. We're going to start seeing these castles finish their upgrading quite soon, at which point we will be able to continue upgrades. I'm wondering if we need cranes for these. Yes, we do. Okay, so a lot of these are not going to be able to continue to be upgraded for a while yet, actually. And that's okay. Once we have cranes, then we should be able to upgrade to city level 4. Yes, that requires cranes, as well as mosque level 4. Yes, indeed. Fantastic. And hopefully, our current heir will get himself some pretty good stewardship skill, so that he can upgrade that very, very quickly. Yeah, let's get Heart of the Family, I guess. That'll be okay. Wonderful. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to go back to fightin'. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.